What if the problem isn't your body, but the system built around it? Every day, millions of women, especially between 45 and 65, are told the same quiet message. You're declining. Your metabolism is slowing. Your hormones are failing. Your strength is fading. And right on cue, an entire industry steps in with solutions, supplements, programs, quick fixes, endless advice. But here's the uncomfortable question no one is asking. Who profits when women believe they're broken? This isn't just about fitness. This is a business model, a machine fueled by confusion, insecurity, and dependency. Because a confident, informed woman? She doesn't buy nearly as much. Let's follow the money. The global wellness industry is worth trillions, and a massive portion of that market targets women in midlife. Why? Because it's a moment of transition. Physically, emotionally, socially. And transitions create uncertainty. Uncertainty creates vulnerability. And vulnerability creates opportunity. Instead of clear, simple guidance, what do most women get? Conflicting advice. One expert says cut carbs, another says eat more. One says do cardio, another says avoid it completely. One promises fat loss in 30 days, another sells hormone hacks. It's noise. Constant, overwhelming noise. And the more confused you are, the more you stay stuck in the cycle. Trying new things, buying new plans, starting over again and again. Because if the basics worked, this entire system would shrink overnight. Think about it. If women were consistently told, lift weights, eat enough protein, sleep properly, stay consistent, that's it. No magic, no hype, no secrets, just fundamentals. How many products would suddenly become irrelevant? How many programs would lose their edge? How many experts would have nothing left to sell? This is where the real story begins. Because the system doesn't just sell solutions, it sells fear. Fear of aging, fear of weight gain, fear of becoming invisible, fear of losing control. And fear is powerful. It makes you act fast. It makes you trust quickly. It makes you spend without questioning. But here's the truth most people won't say out loud. Aging is not a disease, and midlife is not a breakdown. Yes, your body changes, but change doesn't mean weakness. In fact, this stage of life can be one of the most powerful transformations a woman will ever experience, if she's given the right tools. Not distractions, not trends, not temporary fixes, real tools. Strength training isn't new. Balanced nutrition isn't new. Recovery isn't new. But they're not exciting enough to market. They don't promise overnight results. They don't create dependency. They require effort, consistency, patience. And that doesn't sell as easily as a shortcut. So instead, the system keeps women chasing novelty. The next program, the next diet, the next breakthrough, always searching, never arriving. And over time, that cycle creates something even more damaging than confusion. It creates doubt. Doubt in your body, doubt in your ability, doubt in your future, until eventually you start to believe the story, maybe I really am declining. But what if that story was never true? What if the real issue isn't that women are getting weaker, but that they're being kept there? Not intentionally by individuals, but systematically by incentives. Because a woman who understands her body, who trains with purpose, who fuels herself properly, who sees progress, she becomes independent. And independence is bad for business. So what's the way out? It's simpler than you've been told. Stop chasing complexity. Start building strength. Focus on what works, not what's trending. Lift weights consistently. Eat real food, enough of it. Prioritize sleep even when life is busy. Give your body time to adapt. And most importantly, stop outsourcing your confidence to an industry that profits from your doubt. Because you are not broken. You were never broken. You were just surrounded by noise. And once you remove that noise, something powerful happens. Clarity. And with clarity comes control. Control over your body, your health, your direction. This isn't about fighting aging, it's about redefining it. Strong, capable, resilient, not shrinking, but rebuilding. Not dependent, but in charge. So the next time you see a new solution being sold to you, pause. Ask the question most people don't. Who benefits if I believe I can't do this on my own? Because once you see the system clearly, you stop playing the game. And that's when everything changes.